Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Things Katie Does. Now you'll notice that I've actually skipped 1 week ahead in my 100 Days of Sweat challenge. This weekly roundup is actually for weeks 9 and 10. The reason for that will become a little bit clearer as I explain what my major intentions for these 2 weeks have been. So without further ado, let's get into it. My name's Katie and these are the things that I do. The reason that I'm bundling together weeks 9 and 10 is because, quite frankly, sometimes life just gets in the way. It's something that we all have to deal with and happens to everyone. We might become distracted by everyday tasks, or even when we're trying to spend time focusing on something, we can wander off into another space and start thinking of something else, or maybe start a job and get distracted and do something else instead. So my main focus for the last 2 weeks has been trying to be more mindful, trying to be more present. And the reason for this is that I often find that hours in the day just disappear. I start to do a task or I start to focus on doing something, and then before I know it, 30 minutes has gone and I've actually got no further with that task than I thought I should have done in that time. Usually it's because I get distracted by social media. Now, don't get me wrong, I think that social media is a fantastic thing, and I know that it's kind of ironic that I'm speaking to you now through a digital video on YouTube. I might be looking for inspiration, or I might just be looking for a short mind break, but the reality is that I probably spend way more time on social media than I should. Most of the time I'm just scrolling through videos, scrolling through images, double tapping to like something, and feel like I'm really not achieving anything with the hours of the day that I'm doing that. So the last 2 weeks, my time that I've been working out has been really focused on trying to be super mindful and stay in that moment and be very, very present. And for that, it means that I've focused on doing the exercises that I enjoy the most, because if I really enjoy them, I don't find it a task to concentrate. I don't find it to be easy to be distracted. I enjoy the time that I'm doing the exercise, I zone in on the thing that I'm doing, and before I know it, the workout is done and I'm finished. So during the last 2 weeks, what have I been doing? Well, I've been doing a combination of HIIT workouts and yoga. Now, for those of you who've been following along this journey so far, you'll know that HIIT and yoga are regular workouts that I do. I really enjoy when I'm working out my lower body and doing my legs and my bum, and also ab workouts too. 20 to 30 minutes where you have high intensity sessions and short rests. This might be 30 seconds of exercise and 30 seconds of rest, or maybe 40 seconds of exercise and 20 seconds of rest. The other exercises where I'm really seeing more confidence and I'm gaining more strength and more ability is with my yoga. I've been doing a lot of sessions with Yoga with Adrienne, and I've found that my flexibility is really increasing and my ability to hold some of the moves for longer is really improving. And what I've noticed is that as these movements become a little bit easier, I'm able to really focus on my breathing, holding my body in the correct posture, putting the tension in the correct muscles and relaxing the opposite ones, and really making sure that I am present and in that moment, really feeling every stretch and every movement from one to the next. The progress that I'm seeing is pretty good, and I'm enjoying watching back the videos of my workouts and seeing just how much more flexible I've become over time. In general, if I'm focused on a work task, I find it really easy to be absorbed into that moment, and hours can pass and I can be really productive. But where I found myself to be a little less productive is in that social life space, that free time space where maybe I'm spending time with my loved one on the sofa and we're watching a movie together, but we may find that both of us are simultaneously scrolling through Instagram. And what I want to try harder to do in the future is enjoy those moments in time. Be more present, be more active, and enjoy the world that's happening around me. But I'm wondering, how do other people deal with this challenge in life? The increased use of social media and phones and digital devices is something that should make our lives easier, it should make our lives more enriched, and in many ways it does, but it also leads to huge distractions. So I'm interested to find out from you guys what you do to limit your time online or to focus on that moment that's happening. If you do, maybe you don't, and maybe you're exactly like me and you find yourself being sucked into this digital world without even really realizing it. Let me know in the comments down below if you've found a way to take a moment in time to breathe, to re-engage with yourself, to separate yourself from that digital world. I'd really like to know how you're doing this in your everyday life. Perhaps you have a few tips that I can adopt too. But my own personal takeaway from this last couple of weeks is that I need to find ways to separate myself from the different tasks that I'm doing. When I'm cooking, for example, maybe I might be listening to an audiobook or watching a YouTube tutorial. If that's something that's enhancing the enjoyment of that moment, then that's great. But what I don't want to do is end up finding myself in a situation where I'm supposed to be enjoying some quality time with loved ones, watching a film or listening to music or enjoying an audiobook together, and then finding that I'm also half distracted on a different device. So although this might not be a takeaway for you, perhaps it is. If nothing else, it's a gentle reminder to myself to be more present and to take active enjoyment in the task that I'm doing there and then. Because if I'm not, why am I doing it anyway? Maybe I should just stop and switch and do something else. So this is me, the end of week 10, feeling good, feeling happy, in this moment right now, feeling very focused, and wishing you all a fantastic week ahead. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying my content, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!